The billionaire, Martin Hale, was known for his arrogance as much as his money. One evening, he walked into a quiet diner after a long business meeting. Tired but still carrying his air of superiority, he ordered his usual steak rare, and when the waitress came over to take his order, he barely looked at her. She was young, with calm brown eyes, and an easy confidence that didn't match the faded apron she wore. Her name tag read Alana when she brought his drink. Martin, amused by her grace despite her simple job, smirked and said, "Tell me, Alana, got any financial advice for a billionaire like me?" His tone dripped with mockery, and a few customers turned to see what the commotion was about. But Alana didn't flinch. She placed the glass in front of him, met his eyes, and replied, "Yes, sir. Stop investing in things that make people poor." The words hit him harder than he expected. The diner fell silent. Martin stared, unsure how to respond. She smiled politely and continued with her work, but her confidence lingered in his mind. Curious, he called her back and asked what she meant. Alana wiped her hands on her apron and said calmly, "You build luxury towers where families used to live. You call it development, but what happens to the people who can't afford to come back?" Her voice wasn't angry, just firm. Martin felt a twinge of guilt, something he hadn't felt in years. To cover it, he chuckled. "You sound like an economist." She shrugged. "I was studying economics before my mom got sick. I dropped out to take care of her." That night, Martin couldn't shake her words. He looked up her university, discovered she had been top of her class, and even published a paper that mirrored ideas his company had ignored. The next morning, he returned to the diner not in a suit, but in plain clothes. He waited until Alana had a break and offered her a job. "Not as a waitress," he said softly, "but as a consultant. I think I need to learn what real value means." Months later, the same billionaire who once mocked her stood on stage, launching a new project that provided affordable housing and job programs in struggling communities. And beside him stood Alana, no longer in an apron, but in a tailored blazer, her name shining on the screen as Director of Ethical Investment. The crowd erupted in applause, but Martin only smiled at her and said, "Guess your financial advice worked." And Alana replied with that same calm smile, "It always does when people finally listen."